Okay, hello. Good evening, everybody. How we doing? Hope you guys have had a solid, if uneventful weekend, or at least your weekend's been uh, more uneventful than Elon Musk's. I don't know if you've been following that story. It's kind of crazy. So this is going to be a quick sort of office hours live stream. I did mention on Friday that I would probably do one tonight. Um, just quickly, if you guys have questions, you can leave them in the chat. Otherwise, uh, I'm just going to sim FM for an hour and have the chat window open right here. If there are any questions, I'll answer them live. Um, I guess in terms of updates to the class, you may have gotten a notification recently because I just finally, figured out the problem there and I took care of it. The change in the final due date has been fixed and it's been amended. It now matches the syllabus, so that should not be a problem. The due date for the final, again, to reiterate, is Wednesday, the 6th. And my grades will be submitted to the college on Friday. So just so that we're clear on how that's going to work and how it's going to happen. So I have a couple more days to work on the final. I hope you guys are making good progress on that. I'm doing these in a bit to be helpful, to be useful, and if they are, then good. I'm happy. So I'm going to leave the chat open right here, and we'll see what's up. We'll see what's going on in FM. So I only simmed ahead a couple of games from our game against York. This one was a kick in the teeth. We lost in the FA Trophy, another one of those cup competitions that we do, where we went down 2-0. Then we scored two in the course of 3 minutes, had someone send off in the 92nd minute, and then they scored a penalty in the 95th minute. I don't want to say I was upset, but like I was throwing stuff at the end of this. I was not happy. We followed that up with a kind of disappointing 1-1 draw against, let's say, Geisley or Geesley, something like that, where they scored in the 87th minute. Kind of upset, kind of annoyed by that. And we just won our most recent game against Farsley Celtic, 2-0, 2 goals by Jake Aresti. Very similar goals too. So mixed form. However, we remain in second place with a bit of a larger gap between ourselves and New York City. That gap is now 5 points. But on the bright side, we're also 5 points removed from the team in third place. So we've solidified our second place. One thing that's making me really happy is that in the average rating rankings for the season, the top three are all my players. So we have Dunn, top rated player for the league, Jalasi, second top rated player for the league, and Dominic Knowles, third top rated player for the league. And in fifth we have Ryan Arthur too. So I'm pretty happy with this. For his average rating, I should probably play Dominic Knowles more. The problem is that he has a contract that's expiring at the end of the year, number one. And number two, I don't see a lot of margins for improvement. Like, he's good at this level, but I feel like as soon as we go up a level, he's going to be a little out of his depth. He's going to be more of a bench player. And I don't see a lot of margins for improvement here compared to players like Makengo and Mete, who are significantly younger and could definitely improve as we go up the leagues. As for the contracts, my board really wants me to get rid of Simon Heslov. He's not happy. He wants to play more. I don't really want to play him. He is earning a lot of money, has to be said. But we kind of have a short midfield, and if I have to choose between him and who's the other one? Brad Abbott. I'd sooner keep Heslop just because he offers me a little more defensively and is a fairly good tutor, and sell Brad Abbott. But so far, I haven't had takers for any of them. So fuck me, right? In any event, I am going to see if I can't sell. I'm just literally going to offer both out right now, and see what happens. Going to offer Heslop out as well, and I guess whoever is sold, we keep the other. They also really want me to get rid of Luke Shields. I have put him on the transfer list because he hasn't really played, but no clubs have come in to buy him. To this day, I have yet to find a good substitute to play in Milan Barr's position. I was looking at this guy, Luke Jordan. He's kind of crap, but he's cheap, and like I could just get him in on a couple month contract and just keep him for emergencies. I am still looking for like other players to play in that position, but I've yet to find anyone. This guy is someone I have on loan, and I might be able to get him in to play in Barr's position. And the useful thing is that he can play both in the left and the right, so he could be a good bench player to come in for both Carvalho and Bars. The problem is that for a winger, he is painfully slow. He's just not up to pun not intended, not up to speed with, like, if I compare him to Bars, for example, like you'll see he's better all around, but like personally, I would play him here in the middle just because of that skill set. But anyway, again, I'll reiterate, I am taking questions for the final. I am just here shooting the shit for an hour. If anyone has any questions, shoot them in the comments in the chat window. I'll try to answer them as best I can. I am still in the process of finalizing the grades. That's my project. I'm done here. That's why this is it's a bit of a shorter stream. I think I only have the extra credits to do. I haven't posted anything yet, but I think I only have the extra credits to actually grade. And then, tonight you're going to get like 4 notifications. No, 4 it might be underselling it. More like 20 notifications, because when I click post grades, you'll get notified. And because it's a lot of stuff being posted at once, yeah. I apologize in advance for that. Just letting you know that that's happening. Journalist wants to know, are Simon Heslop's demands more playing time? Yada, 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 yada. I don't really want to discuss selection policy at the moment. Yeah, let's move forward one more. I really need to bring in a winger. I'm hoping that guy signs. He signed for lower than I would have expected him to, honestly, which is good. My only concern is, again, his lack of speed and the fact that he's coming off of a pretty major injury. He has he tore his cruciate ligament. Yeah, Maziar Kuyar, who is an Afghan, English, born in England, but he's an Afghan international? No youth caps. But yeah, he had just come off of a damaged cruciate ligaments, which is a pretty serious injury in terms of soccer. He's been injured since April, so he hasn't played for 8 months, basically. Yeah, 8 months. Major injury. I don't know. This is a bit of a gamble, but if I look at his contract offer, he's only making 11K, and I have him for 6 months. And if I like him, I can extend the contract by a year for next year, depending on how good he plays. So, do I like this guy enough to play? Yeah, I think I do. I think this is about as good as I'm going to get. So, yep, agree to take him on. Team selection. Yeah, I'm going to need to fix the formation. No clubs have been willing to make an offer for Simon Heslop. I would like him to actively speak to clubs. but I don't think anyone's going to sign him because he's in his last year contract. So why would anyone sign him? Speaking of players in their last year of contract, how much budget do I have to sign players? Literally, I'm 20,000 a year, over 20,000 a year, 30,000 a year over budget. So I don't think I can sign anyone in an approach to sign sort of thing. If you guys were unaware, players that finish their contract, so like for example, Heslop is contracted to us until May 31st of 2020. So at the end of the month of May, he can essentially, he's no longer contracted to me, so he can sign for anyone. So if I'm a soccer club and I want to buy Simon Heslop, why would I pay money to get Heslop now when I can wait 6 months and get him for free? So that's called leaving as a free agent, running down your contract, wide variety of names, but that's the feel. So let me continue on, hoping that I can get what's his face in officially. I got an email and I wanted to make sure I addressed it, asking whether or not I got your extra credit. I have every single extra credit attendance and every extra credit paper that needs to be graded. That is great. That's done. I'm about a quarter way through those papers. I'm almost I'll be done in like a couple hours. So those grades just need to be posted. Welcome him to the club. Please sign a player of his caliber. 22-year-old could improve a little bit. Actually, quite a lot by a star, but I don't think at age 22 he's going to hit that potential. My problem with him is that for a winger, 10 pace is pitiful. It's just not what I want him to be having. So I'm going to train him to play attacking mid-left as an inverted winger on support. And so that really hits a lot of these 11s for this division, except for your physicals, are pretty good. As a rule of thumb, when you're playing in the lower leagues, you kind of want better physicals than you want technicals, because most players you're going to be playing against are going to be not good, right? Technically speaking, like you're not going to be dealing with the next Brazilian Ronaldo or whatever. But you can find fast players, and like if you can just outrun every player, you're going to be okay. You're going to be pretty good. And I guess for additional focus, I kind of want general rehab. I want him to. Can I just set him to injury rehab? Cannot, because he's still technically in rehab. Okay, general rehab. Make sure he gets back into form. Training has been okay. This guy is interesting. So I found this Russian regen in Canada. No, well, it said USA, but Winnipeg is in Canada. They just play in the US division. This Russian guy called Ahmed Gabachkin. Yeah, Gabachkin. Ahmed Gabachkin. The thing is, he doesn't have a work permit to play in the UK. So in the UK, if you want to play for a professional club, you need to get a work permit, like an H-1B visa, for example, to say that you're working. But he looks pretty solid. I'm pretty impressed with him. He's officially going to become a player of mine in March, after which I'm probably going to have to loan him out to somewhere abroad just so that he gets game time and can improve. But I'm pretty impressed with this guy. He has he's on trial right now until February, and then he's going to officially join a month later. And the contract that he has signed with us is can I find the contract? Current offer. It's weird. It's not showing me the contract that he signed. But anyway, he signed a pretty long contract. I'm pretty happy. Yeah. Is there anything class related that I haven't brought up? Again, just to reiterate, the final is going to be due on Wednesday. If you have questions on the final, I really encourage you to leave them in the chat. emails are okay. The problem is that a lot of people are emailing me with the same kind of question, right? And so it just doesn't make a lot of sense to copy paste my response when I can just answer it here in a public setting. And if you're watching, and chances are you'll have a similar question, get it answered. It's just easier for everyone. I think something I haven't talked about is Development Center. As I mentioned, we have each team has youth intakes, because as players retire, those players need to be replaced by the game with other players, right? Even in real life, players get youth intakes, like players from around the area, players who have been playing in youth leagues that are joining the club. And we have a pretty good youth intake. Not a great one, let's be clear. Not a golden generation, but a solid one. One of our goalkeepers looks to be a good prospect. At least one of our center backs looks to be promising, which is good. We have a forward who could be considered a fine prospect. Not necessarily need a striker, but I won't say no to one. This is an excellent group of players coming through. But there are no great numbers of players coming through in any single position, which is actually good. They're saying this as a con, but I actually like that because it means we've got a lot of good diversity. No defensive midfielders. That's fine. I don't play with any. No new wing backs. That's fine. I don't play with any. The fullbacks coming up are not the best. That's the only thing. I kind of really needed a fullback. And not a good amount of like wide players. So we're getting a lot of players, but they're mainly central positions. Now, bear in mind, this sort of recap is made by my assistant coach, John McDermott. And that those pros and cons are generated by his judging player ability and judging player potential, neither of which is spectacular. So like this could be good broad, generalizations, but could be also extremely incorrect. So let's continue. Do I want to hold a press conference unveiling this player? Sure. Attend press conference. You sit here alongside new signing Maziar Kuyar. Are you pleased to have gotten your MAD? I am delighted. Are you confident that Kuyar can produce when it matters in the big games? I'll be assertive and I'll say I'm certain. I hope he can make a big contribution. Matches can be won and lost in a single moment. Do you believe Kuyar to be someone who can make the difference? I certainly hope so. What impact will this be? Will this deal have on the rest of the Boston United squad? I think it'll be a lift to everyone at the club. What do you think is Kuyar's best position? Attacking midfielder on the left. He'll mainly play there, but there are times where he'll be needed elsewhere. Maziar Kuyar joins with an already large team. Do you think the board will be happy with me stretching the payroll budget? I'm going to be a little controversial and say I would suggest those fans to get concentrated more on supporting the team. Sending something in the coup for Boston United, given their relative status. Yes, I think Maziar is a magnificent capture for the team. How does the signing of Kuyar impact the club's short and long-term objectives? His arrival is part of the bigger picture here. What is the relationship between you and Kuyar? I have great respect for Kuyar. Kuyar is available. I will not be playing him. He's still injured, so it's perhaps too soon. Yeah. Okay. So far, so good. Thrilled with new signing. Match preview. Okay. It is 6:20. I think we're probably going to be able to just get through the one game unless it's like a really boring one. And I don't see a lot of questions here, which is probably a good thing. So I am getting a couple of emails, which I will try to answer live here. Okay, so Michael Sarpong asks detailed instructions for the final. Okay, so for those of you who have not started yet, which is, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but I'll allow it. The final consists in you answering the key questions for each and every class section. So if you went to the syllabus or you go into the modules, what you'll notice is that each and every class section has a key question associated with it. Your job is to answer as many or as few of them as you want, so long as you hit 10 full pages of writing. Now, 10 full pages of writing does not include things like your bibliography, a cover page if you choose to include one. It is just you're answering the questions in 10 pages. That can be as many or as few questions as you want. But of course, the fewer questions you use, like the longer those questions will be. The formatting is up to you. I think there's 20 questions. So you can answer all 20 of them and do like short answer, paragraph long questions. You can answer one question in 10 pages. You can answer one question a little longer, but not quite to 10 pages, and then fill it out with like shorter one-page answers. It's literally up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to write your paper because each person writes differently. Each person, like some people like to write papers, some people hate it. I like giving you guys that flexibility. However, that also means that if you, you need to approach it seriously. And this was not, I know some of you are starting now and that's just inevitable, but this was not an assignment made to be completed in 24 hours. This was like a semester-long assignment. So it's a shame that some of you are answering the questions now. There's not a lot I can do about it, but for the record, this is definitely not how I wanted you to approach this. It's possible, it's doable. I know students that have done it and they've done well, but this is not. It wasn't designed to be done this way. So I just wanted to throw that out there, make sure that that's understood. So let's get into the match real quick. We have Amin Nikalainen in goal. We're going to play with the usual sort of standard formation that this has been working rather well. We're generating some pretty good partnerships, especially in the middle of the park, with Dunn and Oresti and Mesba and Arthur. Carvalho and Penny are starting to form a good partnership. Fage, I think that's his name. I don't know. I should Google this because like this guy's a real player. I could probably find this out, but it's funnier to give him the yogurt name. Bars and Fage haven't created a partnership, which I'm a little worried by, but not overly concerned. A lot of this also has to do with personalities. So like Bars has a good balanced personality and Fage also has balanced personality. So they should be linking up rather well. I don't know why they're not. Only change here is I want Jalasi to be in an advanced playmaker position, be more creative rather than more attacking. And I want to leave that job really to Knowles. However, if it gets to it, I can always change that around. We're still going to play with a custom gegenpress, high pressing system, high intensity system. However, they're moderately custom in that I am instructing players to underlap left and right. So these players are going to search this area and this area rather than going out wide. Hoping that works out, but we'll see what happens. Yes. Okay. I think we're good to go. Let's submit the team. Teams are warming up. Let me check if I have any more questions, which I don't believe that I do. But let me double check here. Yeah, I do not. Brandon wants to know if I got his paper. I did. Thank you for sending that. Okay, they're playing with a similar system, a little more cautious. I also noticed that they're playing with one side with a wing back, one side with a sort of more defensive. I'm wondering if that means I'm going to have opportunities over here as Graham gets forward to give Carvalho an option, especially because based on the stats here, it's looking like most of their attacks have been Graham getting up and then crossing it for this guy here, Elliot Durrell, who is their top goal scorer, which might be a problem because that's on Funday also likes to get up front. Okay, well, let's go into the dressing room, and I'm going to tell the players that they should go out right where they finished the last match, but I'm going to tell Dylan Funday here, I'm going to edit his instructions. I want him to mark Elliot Durrell specifically. Okay. And I also want Carvalho to, no, that's it. I think that's all I want to do here. Okay, kickoff. Okay, let's get started. While that is going, I am going to check the questions. Let me check something. Okay. All right. So we have started the game. Not great. This has been a recurring issue I've had that I've noticed. Our players, especially striking position, they are constantly offside. Like it happens many, many times per game. It's not something I'm quite sure how to fix. To be honest, I'm thinking about switching from a poacher to a deep line forward on attack, which I have faster attackers, so like I should be able to do that. I'm gonna try that, especially because I'm supposedly supposed to beat alternate, but we'll see what happens. Sometimes I'm worried that I won't have players to get on the end of crosses and the end of through balls because a deep line forward is going to sit deeper. It's kind of in the name. Meanwhile, they nearly scored that. That's not great. But anyway, Mesba for Oresti. Oresti holds up the ball, moves ahead, gets it out to Carvalho. Carvalho should be cutting inside, but he doesn't. So gets it to Oresti. Out for Bars, and he tries the shot. Should have squared it, but it's fine. It's whatever. Good play. I'll allow it. Carvalho from the corner. That was atrocious. That was not good. Anyway, done. For Gelassi. For Bars. Done. Gelassi. Done. Gelassi. Good 1-2s between those guys, by the way. Bars holds it up, wins the corner. Let's see how we screw up this corner kick again, by the way. Okay, not awful, but foul. So, kind of awful. I need to work on my corner. I don't have a corner routine. I've never been really good at setting those up. I know that if you're interested in this stuff. Meanwhile, we just scored, so I'm not complaining. Carvalho scores his 8th of the season, and Dunn gets himself another assist. I need to get Dunn in for another season here on loan. He has been spectacular. He has been, I think of all of the people that I brought in this season, Dunn was by and large the best signing that I had. He has been pretty outstanding in this position, and his contract expires. I could get him in on a free contract. I could get him in free. Okay. So in the UK, you're allowed to approach players on free contracts in, I think, May. So I'm going to try to do that. No guarantee. And if they renew his contract, I'll try to get him in on loan again. And hopefully I'm able to get him. So I haven't seen any questions, which is weird because Friday was pretty active. Let me know if there are any final questions that you guys have. Again, I'm here until 7. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Um, anyway, up front to Burrows. Burrows is offside. Okay. All right. Carvalho. Out wide. Cuts inside. Gets it back to Dunn. Dunn. Out wide. There we go. Out for Bars. Keep it in. Keep it in. Okay. We win another corner. I have to say, Dunn and Bars have had a pretty good link-up play this game. I'm pretty impressed, especially because Bars have been kind of underwhelming in recent outings. He's been better when you've not seen him play than when you've seen him play. Anyway, Bars for Jalasi. Jalasi goes out wide, squares it for Rusty. Hancock, another corner kick. I need to be doing better on corner kicks, especially because I have Ryan Arthur, who is really good on headers, and I should probably take advantage of that more. How tall is Mesba, by the way, as well? Mesba has not great heading, not great jumping reach. This is more of I guess more of a shorter than anything else. Let me see. We cannot find this guy's height. Here we go. He's 5'11", so he's not short. But if I compare him to Ryan Arthur, who has 16 jumping reach and 14 heading, which is like Premier League stats in those two positions, and I go look at his attributes, and I go see that he's 6'3" with 16 jumping reach. This guy is built like Shaq, essentially. Well, no, because he only got 11 strength. He's not like the strongest guy in the world, but he is skinny and he's tall. So I need to be taking advantage of that for corner kicks, no doubt. So I need to set up those corner kicks. I'll probably do those off screen, but yeah. I bought the guy intentionally because I knew he would be good for those, and I never set up my corner kicks. So that's something I should probably do. Densmore for home for Jalasi. Out to Malt. Smith up front for Burrows. Back to Smith, but Burrows was offside. We've been doing a pretty good job with our offside trap. Knowles. See, that's the problem with the deep line forward. Because he's deeper, he can be marked out of the game essentially because he's closer to the defenders. He's not trying to play that offside trap like he usually does. So in that case, when he tried to be the offside trap, he was just offside. Anyway, Aresti in for Mesba. Oh, you got to score that. Oh, denied by the frame of the goal and then goes out for a corner. Carvalho gets it up to Knowles. That was an awful corner kick. That was just not a good one. Graham up for home. Arthur gets in the way, but Burrows picks it up again. Molt out for Hancock. Henny wins it back, but Hancock was offside anyway. Okay. Alrighty. So this has been okay. We've had better stats than the scoreline would lead me to believe, which is good. So let me go to the dressing room, and I'll passionately say, even though we're winning, I'm going to say I'm not happy. Oh, there we go. They're not happy with their performance either. Okay, alrighty. So let's start the second half. Knowles for Dunn, for Jalasi. Got a foul? It was a foul. Okay. Carvalho is going to take this free kick out on the wing. In from Mesba. See, this I need Arthur to take those. I need my set pieces because we're getting a lot of them because we have pacey and tricky winners, which means that we often win these free kicks and these corner kicks, and then I just don't have anyone to take advantage of those. That's something I need to improve for next season, I think, for sure. Done. Aresti, done. Jalasi, done. Jalasi. Waste of the ball. Okay. Anyway. Foggy, Nesba, Bars, Arresti, Carvalho for Arresti. Yeah, no good. Oh, Hancock. Back for Smith. Out wide to Hancock again. Oh, watch them score this. Watch them score this. Okay, good job, Alex Penny. Well done. I'm glad I brought you in on a permanent deal starting next season. Anyway, Graham from the corner kick. That also went out as it swung in. Okay, alrighty. Time is running out. This has not been a great game to watch. It's not been great viewing. A little boring. But hey, who's their goalkeeper? Who's this guy Thompson? Oh no, I thought it was Jarrett Thompson. Who's this Northern Irish keeper I had? Let's say FM 17, I think. Anyway, yeah, or FM 18, one of those. Alex Penny, Oresti, Gelasi, Knowles, Bars, shoot! Ah, should have scored that. All right, 63rd minute. It's still 1-0, but we've not been spectacular. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the two, like the rectangle. I'm going to take out Milan Bars and I'm going to put in Mate instead. I'm thinking that hopefully, at least, a strike partnership will do me a little better. We've been a little isolated up front. I'm going to try to control possession, lower the tempo, sort of, manage the ball. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I think this is good. Confirm those changes and let's play. Carvalho to Arresti. All right, Arresti. What can you do? What can you do? Outfit done. Arresti. Gelasi. I'm going to check something real quick. Yeah, see, no problem. Dunn is going to play in the deep line playmaker role on the support role. There we go. That's better. Nesba, done. Fage, Gelasi, done. I like the short passes that we're doing. We've been playing really well. I'm really impressed with our passing. For this level, at least, like that's pretty good. Ooh, goalkeeper nearly did a goof there. We just couldn't take advantage. Anyway, home, they're going on the counter. I actually thought for a half a second that Mesba was going to get a red card there. I'm kind of glad that he didn't. Anyway, we've officially changed the formation. Bars has come off. Mate's come on. Smith, Graham, out wide for Hancock. Hancock cuts inside, in for Burrows. Hancock, Graham. Oh, come on, don't score. I really just don't need that. He was offside. Okay. Good. I need this win. We've been hit or miss recently, so I could use the win. Anyway, Rusty's taking the free kick. That looked like garbage and then almost went in. Like that Roberto Carlos free kick that you can probably find on YouTube. Anyway, we've been uneventful since the change in formation, but uneventful suits us because we're winning. But kind of scared because this is exactly how the game against Geisley went. We're like, we slowed down play. We went, we tried to hold the ball, and then they scored in like the 87th minute, and I was just not happy. And okay, I thought they were going to score there. Don't have a lot of faith in my players at the moment, but that's because they've thrown away 3 games in the past couple weeks. Anyway, Dunn gets that forward, but Smith is faster. Out for White. Oh no. Yes, Ryan Arthur. Oh my God. What a play. Ryan Arthur, Northern Irish. Hancock gets it in the middle. Conlon blocks it. Okay, all right. Anyway, Fog. for Dunn, for Gelasi, Aresti, Carvalho. Gets it out wide for Mate. A little too wide. Keeps it in. Gets it back for Funday. But Mate keeps it in again. But he was offside. Okay. Aresti takes the free kick. We've had chances in this game. We should have scored that one too. Anyway, like on the whole, the score line is fine because they only had 2 shots on targets, but both of them were half chances. So overall, we should not be beating them by a bigger margin. We don't deserve to be winning 2-3-0, but I would rather we were winning 2-3-0, obviously. Anyway, White squares it. Again, too close for comfort. Just him in the goal. It's his fault that he didn't score that. But anyway, Arthur tries to boot it ahead. Hampson gets in the way, but Dunn picks it up for Gelasi. Gelasi skips past his man. Come on, Amara. You can do this. Not great. Not great? Not good. Anyway, full time. Not the most entertaining of games, but that's a 1-0. I'll allow it. I'll take it. Yeah. Player of the match, Lewis Dunn, again. I need to get this guy in on a permanent deal. I know I'm going to say that we got away with that, but we were still poor. And they agree with me, roughly. And I also want to take a point to tell Knowles that I am not happy with his game today. Because that's going to lower his ratings way down. Anyway, what time is it? It's 6:45. The next game is against Kettering Town in 7 days. Which means that we're probably okay. If we run through this, we might be able to get to the next game, but chances are we probably won't. So I'm just gonna keep skipping ahead until it hits 7 o'clock, and that's my closing time for office hours today. I have hard deadline because I want to get those grades done before West Warwick tonight. So hope you guys don't tune in at 6:55 with a bunch of questions, but I want to make sure that I'm getting to the grades because it's important that I get those done by tonight. That was my deadline. I don't want to carry them into next week because I'm gonna have the finals next week, and I'd rather focus on those. Anyway, also to avoid some confusion, I know I said I was trying to get all the discussions done this weekend, and I think I only have a couple left. That does not include discussion section 20, which is still due Tuesday after class. So you have time to get that done. I think I intentionally made that one a little shorter than the other ones because I knew you guys have the final. So if you want a pro tip, I would probably get that discussion done tonight if you can, just to give yourselves time to work on the final Tuesday night. But that's just my personal, you can do what you want. I would advise that you guys are doing that. Alex Whittle tries to force a move away from Boston United. I have nothing to say about that. I just don't. Anyway, moving on. KG with the media. When is what's his face returning to fitness? 5 to 10 days. So if he recovers, I might be able to play him against Kettering, but he's going to need the time to relax and to recover. Okay. No real big news. My under 18s are going well. That's good. Kettering Town is 7th in the league. What did York do? York drew, or did they lose? I think they must have lost because we went to 3 points. No, schedule senior squad. They lost. Wow, they lost to Farsley Celtic at home too. I'm not complaining. Thank you, Farsley. But for the record, Farsley is way down the league. So interesting. Anyway, anyway, just looking at the top goal stats, you'll notice that like we're not anywhere near the top goal scorers. Our top goal scorer for this season has become, it was Maytag with 6. Now it's Dominic Knowles with 8. But for context, the top goal scorer this season has been Adam Marriott with 22, and it's only January. That's a crazy return minutes per goal. That's like it's like 100. That's 110 minutes per goal, which is like just shy of a goal a game. That's insane to me. So he's been playing really well. I like to go through these periodically because, like, if there's a younger player that I think will do well for me in the higher league, I kind of want to see if I can't bring them with me. Assuming, of course, that I get promoted, because I might get promoted. I also might lose in the playoffs, and because I don't make it to first, that's just the nature of the beast here. I am banking a lot of this club's financial future and the contract situation, because a lot of these players only agree to sign if I promise to get promoted, or if I put in their contracts that their contracts will expire unless I got promoted, because I couldn't afford their contracts long term. I've been looking for a chief data analyst on the cheap. I haven't really been finding anyone that's like worth bringing in. So like, for example, this guy Anderson has got really good judging player data, but if I go to approach to sign him, that's actually affordable. I don't know if that's a good use of my money though, because like I'd rather spend the money on like more staff in the youth setup, because I have such a good good players coming in. So for example, if I go to my under 18 staff, not great. I'm not gonna lie to you. So for example, Mark Smith here is my head of youth development and the assistant coach for the under 18s. And he's good at it. But what about the head coach? Nick Barmby. Oh, hey, you're not bad, You're a head coach you're an interim head coach at Hull. Did I bring you in? I don't even remember. I think I'm the one who brought you in. Yeah, I think that might have. Like, I want to get this guy in on a longer deal. I think that's got to be a priority for me right now. I'm not interested in the inferior job being offered to me. What? What are you talking about? That's a weird bug. I guess he's just doing this pro bono for the time being, but he wants a proper job, which is a problem, because like if a big team wants to get him in on a head coach because he's a good coach, can't do anything to keep him, because he's doing it pro bono. He's basically volunteering at his local club, which fair play. Dynamo Kiev wants Shkodran Mustafi. Oh, they transfer listed him. Interesting. Let's have a look at something I haven't looked at necessarily, but what I can do is I can clear all the filters. Sorry, player search, edit search. I'm going to look at whose contracts are expiring in about 6 months, and who would be interested in joining me of these players. Is there anyone here that's interesting? Owen Piper. Compare him to my other under 18-year-old, who I believe is it Nixon? No, it's Kyle Lewis. Yeah. I mean, look, they're different players, but he's definitely better than Nixon. Can I add to my short list? If he's still haven't offered him a contract by the end of the year, that might be a solid option. Josh Shonibare. Let me compare this guy to Bars. I don't see a lot of outstanding technicals, but yeah, he's not great. Tom Richards. This guy might be a good substitute for Alex Whittle. Similar sort of players. Richards is a little more physical, but not a lot of difference between these guys. Will Hayhurst. I think I've heard of this guy. He actually plays for Farsley, but he used to play for a bigger team. Yeah, he used to play for Preston. I remember that. Anyone here worth looking at? Like that's sort of where my head's at. Is there anyone here that's like worth a gamble to look on them? Jordan Young, Dundee United wants him from Coventry City. Yo, this guy's actually. Can I get you on loan? I've accepted a permanent transfer offer. Crap. All right. Will you take £0? You will not take £0. Okay. Will you take £0? But if I win the FA Cup, which is never going to happen, or at least not expiry date, in the next 2 years, you'll get 40 grand, which is like, it's not going to happen, but let's see. Yeah, no, non-negotiable. Let's see what happens. Oh man, if I had looked at this sooner, because like this guy's a solid pick. Anyway, I don't see anyone here that's like super worth getting. Adam Mann. No. Who's this? Marco Flutke. That's St. Albans. He's a regen. He's unambitious. I'm not a fan of that. Unambitious personalities, like one of the worst ones to get rid of, because like they have no incentive to improve, and so their stats don't improve. And by the time you've gotten rid of that personality through mentoring, it's too late for them to improve their stats, and it's like a vicious cycle of all of the bad personality traits to get. That's the worst one. Tariq Issa or Tariq Issa. Huh. You're honestly more of a striker than you are a winger. Are you right-footed? He's left-footed. So this guy wants to play as a winger, but you don't have the crossing ability to play as a winger. Like, yeah, you're more of a striker. No. Taro Egbury. Hard pass. Yeah, not a lot of really, really good players. What about players that are available on loan? Han Luque. Huh. You sort of have the same problem that Kuyar has, but just Kuyar is a better player. Easy, hands down, better player. Daniel Green, wanted by Wrexham. Are you related to George Green? Because like your face kind of looks the same. All right, look. These guys have to be related. There's no way these guys are not related. Anyway, no, I cannot bring George Green's brother in just because they're brothers. Even though he's hot garbage. No, absolutely not. My assistant coach says that I should end Ben Mills's training in attacking movement. What does attacking movement improve? Off the ball, anticipation, and decisions. His off the ball is very good, but his decisions and his anticipation are not. What are you smoking? What? No. Okay. But you know, probably better because I want him to work on his strength. He is just too weak and cannot jump. So I would really want him to work on those. His determination has shot up, by the way. He's gone up to 15 determination. He's fairly determined, young striker. Good player, a really good player, Ben Mills. As soon as I have the money to sign him on a permanent deal, I'm thinking about signing him and then putting him in my under-18s. Or like loaning him out, because if I could just compare him to Meite, Again, Mate is a better player, but Mate is earning a lot of money compared to Ben Mills, and they're offering me like similar things. Mate is the better player, but he's also got a year on him. So, value in the market. Coventry is not accepting my outlandishly ridiculous offer for Jordan Young. They just don't like it. All right. Interact with the board. Let's sign Jordan Young. Oh. The board offered to sign him for me. I'll take it. Is he a good player, though? How much are they paying for him? $16,000. Ooh. I'm having a little bit of buyer's remorse. Because, like, he also makes a lot of money. And, oh, I can't cancel the deal, can I? I hope he takes less than $30,000. I hope he takes less than $30,000. I'm not going to make this guy the top earner of the team. Oh, stupid. There are a lot better choices. I didn't think they were actually going to say yes. Anyway. Okay. They accepted his offer. $35,000. Oh, no. They've taken over negotiation. Contract info. Oh, we're going to make him the top earner at the club. Oh, this is such a waste of money. Oh, I've been so good with my finances too. I hate that we're just about to work them over like a stupid decision of mine. I mean, maybe he has crazy potential, and I'm missing something. But just looking at his polygon, I don't know. Stupid. I'm gonna have to sell one of my better players to make room for him, essentially, because like I might have space for him, like in the squad, but financially, he's gonna be the top earner of the team. It's completely forking my wage structure. Anyway, game is auto saving. We'll 701, which is sort of my hard stop. I'm just going to continue forward until the game against Kettering. And I think that'll be like where I close it off. Hopefully the transfer saga of Jordan Young will be done by then. We'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah. Oh, what a nightmare. Completely screwed up. Oh. That's annoying. I'm still mad about that. Oh, $35,000 a year. I think the only thing that I can hope for is that they sign him on a 6-month contract. Because if they sign him on a 6-month contract, I can just not renew it in May, and like the board will not be happy. But I also like don't care, because there was not going to offer them that much money for. I wasn't going to offer them $16,000 for him. I wasn't going to offer him $35K a year. I mean, damn, more than I make, which is a little sad. I'm not going to lie to you. Don't want to deal with a press conference. Nah, send the assistant. All right, let's see what happens with this story. Or maybe he signs for Dundee, which is, in fairness, like a lot better team, both in terms of ranking and in terms of, yeah. Oh, whew. We dodged a bullet. Andrew Byrne. Oh, no. I want you. Regular starter at the end of contract. Yeah, no. Get rid of all these promises. Get all these promises. Squad player. Suggest regular starter. Fine. Negotiate. How much do you want? Doable. This was one of those young players I was looking at. And I'm going to make sure that your contract is extended for another couple years after promotion. So, yes. No. 2-year deal. And I'll bump you down to 11,000. 11 and a half, fine, but that's it. Non-negotiable. Final. Done. Okay. Oh, I'm signing this guy purely on the basis of his mentals. Like, these mentals are great for a left back. His physicals will improve. I mean, his technicals are not great, but if I can play him in a more defensive role, this is the guy I'm bringing in to get rid of Whittle, essentially. Like, look at this polygon. This polygon is completely off the rails. Also, he's young enough where I'm thinking I could train him to play this defensive mid position, where like he's a little more immobile, so like I don't need him to run as much, but good defensively, especially when we go against bigger teams. That might be useful. Oh, yeah. Young went to Dundee United, and I saved myself a lot of. He turned down $10,000 a year to go play for them too. So God bless. He's also there just for like 6 months. So like, if I wanted to be annoying, I could just approach the sign-in in May and see what happens. Just out of sheer curiosity, does Dundee United reserves have anyone good at it? Especially to solve that winger problem. Aidan McLean. Good. Very good. Negotiate. Sure. I mean, I can bring you in on a non-contract deal. It means I don't even have to play you. And you will agree to come. And then, like, if I like you, I'll sign up on the deal. Hell yeah. Exit talks. We call that value in the market is what we call that. Anyway, I haven't really looked through Scotland to see if there's anyone worth buying, but maybe I should have. The SPFL Reserve League. Hamilton Academical, in my experience, produces some good young talent. Yeah, that continues to be true. David Moyo, striker. We compare you to Alassane Mete. Better in the air. I have been saying that I don't have good players that are good in the air. Add you to the short list. If you're available on a free transfer by the end of the year, and I want to play with 2 strikers up front, you would be a good sort of foil to someone like Makengo, who is instead faster and more technical. So we can have like the target man and the big guy, one on top of the other. George Stanger, Finn MacArthur, Martin Fagan. I looked at you. Let me hear that's like worth looking at. Johnny Hunt. Callum Gill, who wants you. Scott Rennie. Kind of Not overwhelmed, not underwhelmed, just whelmed. What do they have in their under 18s? Here we go. This is what we're talking about. This guy is 16, and he's probably better than my striker, than people like Dominic Knowles at age 16. Come on. There we go. Wow, this menu's so finicky. Dominic Knowles. Yeah. Yeah, he's a better striker than Dominic Knowles at age 16. Can I get you here? Now, this time, board, go for him. Lack of ambition is disappointing. I really can't stress how important this is. This request, I can see a club being left behind by our rivals. Just nothing. Like, this is someone I really want. I think this would be a solid. Like, this is one of those players that if you're able to bring him in and you keep him and you play him regularly, this is a Premier League level striker by the time you hit the Premier League. And that's sort of like how I want to approach this. That's like a solid tactic. Stephen McKenzie, center back, 17. Compared to Ryan Arthur, no. Well, look, I'll add him to my short list. Definitely. And hope that Rangers don't buy him. Sibusisu. Wait. How do you pronounce this name? Sibusisu Gomezulu. I hope that's right. My apologies if anyone watching this speaks. I don't know. Hosa, maybe? I don't know. Anyway. Let's compare him to Moyo, who I just looked at. He's definitely more of a winger in my book than he is a striker. Like, if I compare him to Denilson Carvalho, they're just different players. He's fast and technical. But, you wouldn't be terrible. If I remove any percentage of a future sale, how much do you want? $500,000. Yeah, okay. But anyway, I will add these two to my short list because these guys are solid. Is there anyone super young in their first team that they've brought in? Yes. Wow, you're good. 17 years old. Jesus. If I can get you in, like if I compare you to Penny, that would be a hell of an upgrade. There's no way you're signing for me. Yeah, can't even bring him in on loan. He's too young. He's already in my short list. I had already looked at him. Jamie Hamilton is the other one. You're a real player, Jamie Hamilton. You're a real boy. Okay, well, if I compare him to Ryan Arthur, he's pretty good, isn't he? Yeah, the short list. If I have the money to buy these players, I'll buy them. Let's look at Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland. Because, like, I've had pretty good luck bringing in good players from Northern Ireland. The solid place to start is to go into their under 21s and under 19s and sort of see who's playing in Ireland still that I could bring in. Coffee Balmer, for example. No, can't afford him. Orange County, the USA? Who the hell are you? Cammy Palmer. On loan from Rangers to Orange County, South Carolina. The hell? That is up there with like one of the weirdest transfers I've seen. And he's there until, okay, no. I thought he was there until November. Yeah, anyway, he's not that good. That was just a weird thing. Who else do we have? Shane Lavery. Striker. I don't need a striker. Owen Toll. You're good. You're decent, but I can't afford you. Tommy Scott on loan from Southampton to France. Yeah, you see, like what I want, Kaolan Marin, Zach Glentoran, is like these players that they have that are worth peanuts, but if you actually look at their stats, are really good. Like here's another one. Like, this is a solid young goalkeeper. If I compare him to Ikalan, you'll see like he's good. Um, and if I compare him to the goalkeepers I have in my squad now, like Neil Hughes is someone who generated at my team. You'll see that he's actually, better. Um, can I get you for free? If I offer you £0 and no future resale, will you join? Gotta love it. You hate to see it. Anyway, yes, Jamie Stewart. Who's this guy? Dan Smith. No. Sean Gallagher. Jamie Glover. Matt Smith. Like, I'm looking for something decent. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. If you hover over, you don't have to click on them to see their stats. That's actually useful. Pro tip. Josh Tipping. Not fast enough. I already can see from the stats. Not good enough. In the development league, let's look at Linfield. Linfield's always been good to me when I've played this game. John McGivern. Christopher Smith. 17-year-old. Another goalkeeper. I don't need another one. Rary O'Hare. Kind of underwhelmed here. Not gonna lie. Do I want another player called Arthur's? Arthur. Mark Murphy. Craig Griffin. Did I already look at Craig Griffin and try to buy him? I think I may have because he's in my short list. Which means that he didn't sign. Michael Kerr. Glenn Hines. Yeah. Pablo Andrade. There's a. Hold up. Let me see if I get this right. There is a Brazilian guy called Pablo Andrade playing, not only playing, but generated. It was half Brazilian, half Northern Irish. How did that happen? Just out of curiosity. Just out of sheer curiosity. Is there anyone that I can bring in? Like any good Brazilians that I can bring in? Because Brazilians, it's kind of hard to go wrong. None that I can afford under 20s. Maybe there's someone good in the under 20s. Sort by value in increasing order. Problem is that I also want someone with a secondary nationality, so I don't have to get them a work permit like that Russian dude. Yeah, this guy plays for Barcelona. Absolutely not. Although, something useful that I found that if I go to the second division of Brazil and I go down the leagues, you can usually find solid players on the cheap. That's the thing. I need this to be cheap because I don't have any money, both in real life and virtually. Um, anyway, let's move on. I said I would stop at the game against Kettering. That's the next forward. Aidan McLean. Oh, okay. Stewart. Start negotiations. He just wants to be a youngster. I'm cool with that. He just wants a non-contract deal. I'm also cool with that. Okay. So far, so good. You'll be able to get a good young keeper on the cheap. I'm happy. Why is it taking this long? Oh, because it's January 31st, so it's processing the end of the transfer window. Hmm. Yeah, sorry. It was going to take a while. No questions? No new questions. Okay. All right. Um, yeah, so that sort of reinforces my idea that as soon as I hit this, as soon as I hit February 1st, I think that's going to be my cutoff. All right. God, why is this taking so long? I know it has to close up the transfer window, but this is real ridiculous. Okay, I think it's finally going through. There we go. Okay. All righty. So, damn it, I missed out on this guy. Uh, what a shame. I thought he would be really good. Yeah. Okay. And Aiden McLean also. Like, Jesus. What a shame. Yeah. So I wasn't able to bring in anyone except for Kuyar, which is fine. Which is fine. Like, Kuyar is a very good player. Um, I think he'll be really good for us, especially these mentals. I want to put him in a mentoring group. Um, if I go to training, go to mentoring, I think I will put him in the group with. No, Bars has better determination, and Mills has better determination. And I think I can disband this group essentially because all of the players in it did all right. So let's make a new group. We're gonna call it Strikers 2 again. We're gonna completely what, what happened? There we go. Um, you can completely rethink it. So I want to put in Kuzyar, who's got 12 determination. And I'm thinking with that, I'm going to put there's really no one who can benefit from that. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Unless I could put him in the midfield group. I don't know why this freezes, but here we go. Midfield group. Because George Green has 8 determination. Kyle Lewis has 9 determination. Here we go. Yeah. Lewis Dunn has 15. So let me cut out Lewis Dunn here. He's learned all he needs to learn, and I'm going to put in Kuyar in there. So hopefully, actually, I'm going to remove George Green from here too. I want this guy, Kyle Lewis, to pick up some better determination from Kuyar. And I'm going to need to put in one more player here, and I'm thinking that player should be. I'm going to put in James Nixon because. Actually, no. I'm gonna put it in George Green because even if it'll maybe bork Kuyar's determination, Green has a lot of like pretty good um, player traits, including tries tricks and tries killer balls often, which doesn't really suit a player with 8 passing like George Green, but a player with 11 passing will do a lot better. So yeah, I think because I took Dunn out of um, the tutoring, I want to teach him to play more killer balls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go passing training, try killer balls whenever possible, because he's got good vision, he's got good passing. Those things are also improving on him, which is good. Can I offer him? Can I ask to have him on loan again? Cannot loan players, and loan will finish outside the selling team's transfer window. Well, crap. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to approach to sign him then. Anyway, I haven't been able to offload anyone, but I also haven't been able to bring anyone. So let's move on. Continue. Hopefully that was the difference. There's nothing new by February 1st. That's going to be the cutoff. I think that's where we're going to end it. Okay, it is February 1st. Best boss was Paul Cox, who's coach of Kettering, who I'm about to play. That doesn't fill me with confidence. That means they're on good form. They played 5 matches. They won 4, drew 1. Whereas I played 6 matches and have slightly worse form. Great, great, great. All right, it's probably better you don't watch this with me because I'm worried I'm gonna get shellacked. Anyway, okay, guys, let me stop the share. I see no more questions, and I didn't really get any questions that I haven't addressed due to emails. I'm just gonna call it there. I think I'm gonna call it a day. We blew a little bit past my hard stop, so I'm gonna to probably work until later tonight. Again, my deadline is to get everything done by tonight. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'll bring it up on Tuesday, which will be the final one of these. So in preparation for the final, which is due Wednesday night. So just to recap, you have in total 2 more things to get done. Those are the discussions for the last module and the final. Those are the last things you have to get done for this class. Get it done, get it finished. I will be looking at those next week. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email. And if there's not, then I'll call it here. No questions. So I will see you guys tomorrow for lecture. All right, guys. Bye.